Hi guys, the FFX Hunter here with my Forex market preview for the next following week, February 12th till February 17th. So let's start with the dollar index as usually. Last week I said that the dollar index was dropping and it was sitting on this in this demand zone, and I was expecting a little bit to do some correction, a little bit up, and it's actually happening. We can see this weekly candle, nice bullish weekly candle, and on the daily chart we break through this trend line, and we are now testing around this demand supply zone. I believe that the market still can go continue a little bit higher, because there will be a lot of people that there will be a lot of people shorting the dollar, and I will be shorting as well, but I think it's probably maybe too soon, because there is still some space for the correction and for the market makers to start to short dollar as well before this big drop, which is highly expected. So I think that if you want to go long on the euro or the GBP, maybe wait for the while, and then wait for the confirmation a little bit higher, and then go to the shorts. Aussie dollar, we could see last week this bearish engulfing candle, which leads to this big drop, and even without any correction. So I believe that now some small correction could come, at least to the 0.78, and then we might continue lower, and or might higher, but I don't think it's the time to yet to go long on Aussie dollar, because as I said, I'm expecting bigger correction on the dollar index. So I think that the market could drop even here to 0.776 before continuing more up. Here on this 3 weeks candle before, they actually created new high. So I think there is a lot of potential to fill this room up on this monthly chart. Euro dollar is nicely dropping, as I predicted last week, and I believe there is still a lot of room to drop lower. So shorts for this moment. On the monthly and weekly we have uptrends, but this is the correction. So I believe that the euro can drop at least to the 1.881 area. Then maybe we could take some longs on the corrections, and then we will see what the dollar will do. If they will break through this low, then we can go even much lower. Pound dollar monthly uptrend, retracing from this monthly demand zone as well. We can see it on this weekly chart, a nice candle for the last week when we saw this drop, and this is the trade on the 4 hours which I predicted, and it's nicely dropping and creating nice structure. So I believe there is still room to drop to this area 1.355, and then I will be looking for the longs at least for this correction. Kiwi dollar monthly still uptrend with nice engulfing candles here, which is making these bullish impulses, but not enough power to create a new high, or even to try to break through this supply zone. As we can see here on this weekly chart, we have this overextended trend without correction. That this is not healthy trend, as we have here. For example, this is a nice healthy downtrend, but this is just the overextended trend. So I believe these trends, they never last for a long time, so there will be some drop, could be some drop like this, and it's actually already happening on the daily chart and the 4 hours where I was planning the trade as well. So we can go much lower, but for now I will be expecting some correction, and then maybe continuation lower. Dollar yen is it's monthly, it's in the downtrend, Weekly is in the downtrend, but they have a problem to break through this demand zone, and as well as the dollar is strengthening now, I will be expecting to move a little bit up and higher. So I actually have an open trade here, and we can see that the market breaks lower through this area, and they still didn't take my stop loss because I have it much lower, and this lever didn't work. Why it didn't work, I will show you now on this 4 hours chart, because if you look at this 4 hour chart, I didn't draw the lever correctly. Actually the level is not this one, this one should not be here, but the correct level, is here. If we go left, we can see here, this is the level, and this is the level where the market is bouncing. And if we look at the volume, we can see that the volume here was rising, and this could lead to take market higher. So this could happen, and this is the trade I actually already have opened, and I will be looking for the continuation up on this USD JPY. Dollar CAD monthly downtrend, weekly this is not clear, but there is like a downtrend which was the broken, because this monthly demand zone is taking the control, and it's rebounding from here. I expect this market go higher, and I was actually planning the trade on the 4 hours chart, but they didn't retrace back, and I'll be looking what's gonna happen in the following days. On a Friday, we had the news on the Canadian dollar, and we had this interesting candle, which is like a pin bar, and it was actually creating a new high through this supply zone. So this supply zone is actually removed, and this one as well, so it's not valid anymore, and it's creating a new supply zone here, new demand zone here on this 4 hours chart. So I might move my entry here in this area where market could retrace, and there I could be looking for the continuation higher. So this is how I'm planning to, how I could enter the market for the trend continuation trade. So let's see. And if we check the volume, we can see that the volume here wasn't so big, so I don't believe that this pin bar is like a trend changing. It could be just some to the correction, and it was obviously as well the stop hound for the retail traders, because a lot of people was probably shorting here for the correction, because if we see this overextended trend without corrections, so a lot of people start to short here before the news. So what they did, they went for the stop losses, obviously. So they took the stop losses, and now will probably go lower and continue higher. So let's see what's gonna happen. Silver is nicely dropping as I planned here on this daily chart. So it's going down, and but I wasn't filled into the trade because they didn't retrace. So they are now in this demand zone. If this demand zone is broken, they can continue lower here, which I think it's easily can happen. And then I will be looking to take longs from here to up here. So this is for the silver. Gold is nicely dropping as I was planning here. So they broke this daily trend line after this overextended trend on the weekly, and there on the monthly we have nice trend up, and now we are in this correction. So I think this is happening just right now. So they just testing this 308 area, which was actually overshoot but not clearly broken. So let's see if there's gonna happen some correction and then some continuation lower. So if this correction will be happening, so let's see where they could go. If we check the volume, we can see that we have nice push with the volume, rising volume, and now the market is here in this area. Just there's gonna be some, this pin bar is telling me that they're gonna make some correction and they could continue lower. So let's see. Oil this week, nice drop. As I was planning last week, we had this trend line which was broken, then a retracement, and then for a whole week nice sell off lower. So this could be a nice potential trade. I didn't take it because I don't trade the oil. And on this weekly chart where I was planning to take a long from this area where they retraced it now, I will not plan it like this right now because I think they still can go much lower. So it's too early to long, I believe, and there could be some more potential to take the market a bit lower before longs. So crosses, this is a outcat. The chart is now for me a little bit unclear. It's doing some kind of consolidation here on the daily. So we had some consolidation, then we had the break lower, and then on this cut news on a Friday they just make this spin. So I believe the market could go a little bit lower before it start to move up. As we can see on the 4 hours chart, we could saw this downtrend where they break higher. Now they're consolidating here, so they're creating new demand zone, sorry, and then they could go up. So this is what could happen right now at the moment. I have a trade already on this pair, but I will not be looking for the new opportunity. I'll just leave the run what is running. Aussie Kiwi, it's breaking lower as I was planning, and I was waiting for the retracement to take me to the trade for the short, which didn't happen for a whole week, and the market break lower. So I will be waiting now. This is for me, I just missed the opportunity, so I will not be taking any action on this pair for the moment. Aussie yen is on the monthly in some consolidation. Aussie yen monthly consolidation phase. Weekly downtrend confirmed. Daily we have a nice downtrend and nice drop. This drop a little bit upset me because I had the shorts. I was building the short position. I had a trade here, then I added one here. The market was going down, and then I closed the trades somewhere around this area on the average closed, and then when I closed that, the market started dropping. So I was taken out from these trades. And so now for the moment I can see that they can actually go a bit more up again before they continue lower. So let's wait for some correction before the market go much lower. Euro Aussie, we have a monthly uptrend with nice structure and creating new high. It tells me that it can go still higher. Weekly as well, nice uptrend. Daily, this was nice run, and on the 4 hours we are a bit consolidating, and I believe the market can drop a bit before they create a new leg for the continuation up, as we want to see here. So for the moment I can take some small position shorts, and then I will be looking for the longs. EuroCAD, all time frames are up. nice uptrends, and so I'm not looking to short this pair, so I will be looking for some correction and then continuation up. There is still room to fill this room, so only longs. Euro yen, we have this nice engulfing candle last week, which is breaking through the trend line, and it's for a couple pips it's break through this demand zone, which I believe it will be removed, and then let's see if this one will hold or not, but I believe it will be removed as well. So if we move here, then I will be waiting for some correction to take a short trades. So right now at the moment the chart is like in the middle of the pair is like in the middle of the nowhere, so I don't take any action now, maybe on some corrections, but still wait for better opportunity. Euro New Zealand dollar monthly, we have this nice uptrend which was rejected with this bearish engulfing candle on this supply zone, which is taking control now, and on the weekly we are consolidating, daily as well, not clear scenario. This uptrend is being broken, 4 hours not clear. So monthly, on the monthly chart I expect it to drop, but what's gonna be happening before it happens, I don't know yet. So I wait for more confirmation. Pound Aussie monthly, we are consolidating, which a little bit impulse is trying to break higher. On the weekly, we failed to create new high with this pin bar, so I believe this was just the impulse to retest this engulfing candle which came in the game, so they just do the stop losses or here, and then we can continue lower. On the daily it's already happening. We have as well this engulf candle, so there could be some impulse to go lower here to around 1.74, and then might some continuation if this area is broken, so it could go much lower. Pound CAD, we have monthly supply zone and control. Weekly we have uptrend, but we have nice rejection of this with this bearish engulf candle from this supply zone. Daily we are breaking through this trend line, but be careful because we created new high with just couple pips here, but there is a new high, so till this trend line is not clearly broken, and on the 4 hours this demand zone is not removed, I will not take a shorts. I have prepared the trade here, but I will not be trading it on the breakout because they can break lower and then continue up, yeah, to trick me. But what I will be waiting, if they break lower, then I will be, and they removed this area, then I will be looking to retrace and enter the trade. Pound yen, rejecting from this monthly supply zone, breaking weekly with nice engulfing candle, removing this area, but I believe that now there will be some correction because this level could hold and lead to this correction as well, retest this trend line and then continuation down. So I'll be looking for the shorts a bit higher. Pound kiwi, this monthly engulfing candle is working well, so I believe now we can drop lower as well. We can see it here on this weekly. We had this engulf, then couple weeks testing here around this level, then they just break it with this pin bar and going up again, and then this supply zone is taking the control, and I believe they can drop much lower. Maybe there will be some obstacles around these levels. So for the moment on the daily we can take a trade to the 1.87 areas, and then we will see what's gonna be happening there, then continuation lower if the conditions tell us. DAX. On the DAX, this is very interesting what is actually happening now on the indexes. All indexes have a nice engulfing candle, nice cracks coming in, breaking lower, and this is interesting. This means that I don't actually trade these indexes, but I believe something is happening. Maybe, I don't want to say that it's gonna be like a world crisis, but if we look as well to the Dow Jones, we can see that this was the one of, if we look to the monthly, we didn't see this candle like this month. We didn't see it from the year 2008. So look at it like this. You can see that from the world crisis in 2008, when the market was going up, and then we had this crisis here, yeah, and then all the time highs still creating new high. But if we look to the January, this month, they're creating this one. So I believe they still can drop lower, but it's too early to short. I believe that they will now go for the stop losses for the early birds, which is shorted already, and then definitely they could come here and then even much lower. So let's see. I think this level could be very interesting level where the market could go. So let's see how it will behave in the following weeks. And yeah, here on the daily could be some potential retracement, and then it could take us much lower. So this is for me for this week, and we have some news next week. So there will be pound news, interesting inflation for the new Kiwi, US dollar, a lot of news, Australian dollar, pound as well again, and here as well the central bank on the Australian central bank. So let's see. We have a plan. We know what to trade, and this is everything for me for this week. Thank you. Bye bye.